So tell me, how long have you been in education or working with children?
30 years plus.
Okay.
30 years.
Now, why did you decide to work with children of all the things you could do in the world?
Well, my mother was a teacher and my grandmother was a teacher. I had an uncle, my mother's brother, who was a college professor. So I think I was around people in education for a long time. And I was very aware of how they impacted children. And I just got steered in that direction because of that. And then many of the people in church here with me were teachers too, a lot of educators. So I thought it was a good thing to do.
Now, you're here at First Baptist Church, and sometimes it's easy and other times it's really, really hard. So I guess the question is, why? Why would you be willing to try to really help our children who are at so many various levels?
Well, I believe that children are our future, and people worked with me and others in my generation, and many of the children that grew up with me in my generation did not have the benefit of coming from homes like I had, but they were viable people with skills to be maximized, and so people took time and effort, and so many of them were able to go forth and to be productive citizens. And I just believe that we should really be involved. I feel that the church should be involved in the community surrounding it, because it will be a part of the future that we all will go into one way or the other. And when my mom was in her 80s, I asked her one day if she liked all the children that she taught, and she said, "My dear child, it was not a matter of whether I liked them or not. But the impact would serve to be a valuable part of what was a part of my future. My everything would depend on me teaching everybody's children. My retirement, my Social Security, my safety in my home, knowing people." And so it's the part she didn't. You don't choose and pick who you get. You get what you get, and you work with them, and you can see some wonderful things happening. So I think it's just really important. I think it's a part of the future of this community and every community. People put in to children and help them to maximize to become all that we want them to be.
Now, as a strong Christian,
Hmm.
what would you say this has to do with your belief in Jesus Christ?
Well, I believe that he really mandated and asked us to let the children come unto him, and by doing them come unto us, that we teach them to become Christians, that this is a part of the work of the church. It's mandated that we will do all that we can to instill the values that were instilled in us and that we believe in into the children of this generation. And we've missed the mark. Many of our children have not been churched in the past 30 years, and that's the fault of all of us.
Hmm.
Used to, in our neighborhoods, nobody didn't, you took somebody to church if they didn't go. You went down into the trenches and the alleyways, and everybody took somebody. Everybody knew somebody who wasn't church, but they took them. So you impact them and you help them, and I just believe that this is what Jesus wants us to do. He wants us to reach out and touch and be a part of the growth of as many children as we possibly can for the good of the church, the community, the nation. Is better if we impact children at this point.
Now, on your worst days, what do you tell yourself?
So. This too shall pass.
Hmm.
It'll get better,
Hmm.
and we'll just keep working, and we'll just keep working with them. And you do see that, You have to also determine if it's you or if it's them. Some days you may not have the best day, but we don't have the right to take our bad days out on other people's children. So on my worst days, I see growth and potential and changes. And as they watch you, when you walk away from a situation where you talk to them about something that may not have been the best, you still can see that they're listening and they know that there's somebody who cares about them.
What has your very best experience been that you can recall?
Gosh. I think it's just that when children come in and either smile or say, you know, you weren't here and we missed you. And you know that some days they do not like the rules and the order and the structure that you put in there. But you know that it benefits them because they seem to thrive. And so when I see that they can give the rules and talk to other children about what we're supposed to do, that's really a good day when I hear them say, you know, we don't do that. And you know that Miss Birdie says that this is not the way. And when they can correct each other, when they can help, you know, self-modulation takes a long time. But when other children, when peers interact and say that those things are not appropriate, then you know that, you know, it's a good day because you've impacted them where they really need to be impacted.
So as I hear you talking, I'm done. It's not just about them learning to write better or read better. It's something more.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Because your values, your character is being developed, and you know those things are going to take you far. Manners, we were taught manners will take you where a dollar won't go. You know, if you use your manners, you might get all kinds of good things, and you find that in life. And so children need all of those things. They need to develop academically, socially, and emotionally, and we're part of all of that. And that's how we were helped. And that's how Jesus developed as a child. He was, you know, he had physical, and he went to the temple to learn, and he was around people. So we have to remember, and they're not perfect, and they're not going to become that way overnight. It's going to take a while. It took a while for us too. Yeah, it took a while.
You are incredibly wise. Thank you very much. And that was, oh, I can't tell. Oh, it was 7 minutes.